when we say Vyavarika, we say Karana is Asat and Sat is Paramarthika. That's not the case.
Correct. Understood. Understood. So it's Vyavaharika Satyam. So in other words, in Vyavarika Satyam, what I see is what is useful to me. And so that is what I am talking about. The telephone. The telephone is used to be useful to me. Somebody, Apple company is not useful to me. Is okay, let him be. Thanks to him. But I paid my money, so you can't complain. So phone is Satyam, Sat, and then Asat is Apple. Because Apple is the creator of this phone. Let the creator be where he wants to be. Yeah, Prasad.
I just have observation before my question. I think when we talked about the distance between sun and earth and between moon and this thing, according to heliocentric of what's the name? Yajnavalkya, in Satapatha Brahmana, it says that it is actually the diameter of the sun and the diameter of the earth, respectively, for distance between sun and earth and moon and earth.
So tell me once between earth and sun, 108 times the diameter of sun.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And the other one is the diameter of the earth.
See, that's the doubt.
Actually, I was Googling and it said 30 times the diameter of the earth, not 108 times.
It is
108 times the diameter of the moon, it says. I don't know.
According to Satapatha Brahmana, it is 108 times. And modern values, if you remember from Dr. Raj Vedam, modern values are very close, but 107 plus something for the sun and 110 point something for moon and earth.
So now the question is it times moon's diameter or times earth's diameter?
That's the diameter.
Okay.
It is Earth's diameter.
All right. So we need some agreement on that. So Bhagya, internet says moon's diameter.
Yeah, I found a couple of.
I just feel that moon's diameter 108 times won't cut it. I feel this.
It also says that it's 30 times the Earth's diameter. So.
Okay, what is Earth's diameter? Earth's diameter is how much shall we say?
8,000 miles.
Okay, 8,000 miles.
Yeah, and moon's diameter is 2160 miles.
Oh, 2160 miles. Yeah, maybe correct. Maybe that's right, Prasad. I think 108 times moon is also okay because that's still enough distance for a human being to go there, etc. Maybe okay, it's believable. 2160 times 108. So that's how much? 200,000 miles, something like that. 200,000 miles. Oh,
yeah, 233. Yeah, 233,000 miles.
Okay. That sounds that's okay. I think that much distance we can handle.
Actually, yeah, this website claims that is the significance of the number 108 in Hinduism, is because of the distance.
So, Guruji, I just have one. I'm also googling. Diameter of the moon is 3,475 kilometer.
Okay, 2,000 miles. Okay, same thing.
Yeah, 2,159 miles, and approximate distance is 384,000 kilometers from the Earth.
Perfect. So that's 108 times moon's diameter. Yeah, we got it. We confirmed it. Which is about 220 miles. Yeah.
I mean, I'm referring to Raj Vedam's information.
Better send an SMS to Raj Vedam right now.
Yeah, I said it.
Check it. Tell him we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, either he has to change his slides or we have to go to Google and ask all Google people to change their data.
Yeah. Okay. My question. So I just wanted to clear about this one. The before unmanifest, I understood it is asat, and after manifestation it is sat. With reference to some in this sloka, I just wanted to understand how is that it is. I am neither sat nor asat or cause and effect. I am both cause and effect. So what is that claim? I mean, going back on Najito Vidyate Bhavaha, when we talk about Sat and Asat, it's clear. Now, with reference to this sloka, I wanted to understand how do we say that it is, I am neither cause nor effect. Effect is always Midya and cause is Sat. But here he is claiming that it is neither cause nor effect, as well as both cause and effect. So I want to understand from what context this is.
Yeah. So this is in this journey of knowledge. I have to first see that Bhagavan is everything. Everything is Bhagavan. That vision has to be there. Okay, everything is that same Brahma. So therefore, Karanam is Brahma, Karyam also is Brahma. Vyaktam is also Brahma, Avyaktam also is Brahma. Correct?
Yeah.
True statement.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens? Then you take that a little further, take a notch further. If everything is Brahma, what is the status of Karanatvam and Karyatvam? The status is Mithya. Brahma is Akarta. How can Brahma be Karanam? Brahma cannot be Karanam. Therefore, Brahma is Karya Karana Vilakshanam, other than Karanam and Karya. That is the final understanding.
That is Sakshi.
So we use other words like Sakshi, Asangaha. Asangaha cannot be Karanam or Karya. Okay? So like that, next stretch our understanding a little more. If you say Karyam is there, then I have to say Karanam is there. If you say Karyam is as though, then I will have to say Karanam is as though. If you say Karyam is not there, then I will say Karanam is not there. Therefore, Brahma, Karya, Karanam, Lakshana. So what happens? Our understanding keeps on progressing. And based on that, newer and newer definitions and words we begin to explore. Therefore, for a person who wants to appreciate Ishvara, Ishvara is Karanam and Karyam. Perfect. Nothing wrong. Because everything is Brahma, Ishvara is everything. And perfect, that is right. Then take the understanding further. And then say Brahma is Karya Karanam Vilakshan. Then you say, yes, that also is correct. In fact, that is only correct thing. Then what about everything else I've studied before? Yeah, you had to do all these things. You had to negate everything. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. But when we talk about Srishti Prakriya, it's as if it is like cause, right? And for example, in Tattva Bodha, we stopped at saying that the Sat and Asat as per the definition of 216 sloka in Bhagavad Gita. So, but now even the Kathopanishad, did it say anywhere that it is this definition? I didn't come across.
See, Kathopanishad, no definition so far. We are only talking about Nachiketa going to Yamaloka, that's where it stands. So, still basics, we are still at the basics. So, there we
Actually, I actually studied separately up to 2.10. So, I didn't come across this definition. That's why.
No, Srishti. So, the question is about Srishti. Srishti Prakriya means understanding this creation, understanding this Jagat. How did this Jagat come about? It automatically, that has to come in the discussion. Anybody's theory of creation, if it is logical, it is acceptable to us. Anybody. Scientists also can. We will agree with whatever they say also, provided it's logical. Logical means what? They can't say, oh, from nothing this world came. Like that, if they say, we will say goodbye.
Yeah.
But otherwise, scientists are all logical people. They're stuck at Big Bang right now, and they need to go beyond that. But that's fine. So far, whatever they say, we don't have anything against Big Bang. But if you say before Big Bang, there was nothing. Nothing means literally nothing. Then we will say, think about it, is what we will say. So we are not opposed to any theory. After all, it is theory. I mean, in the sense, after all, it is a proposal, logical proposal. But what is the goal of Vedanta? Is to give you a nice theory of creation. No.
No, that is not.
Our Tatsparya is not, we are not interested in all these things. How did the world come about and all? Finally, we are not interested. We are saying Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, you are also that Brahma. Over. That is the Vedanta. And therefore, there is no reason to grieve. This body will be what it will go through. That's it. You are Atma, you are not the body. This is Vedanta. How the world come about some theory, tomorrow somebody comes up with a new theory. God bless you. That's fine. We have no problem with that. See, we are not concerned with Srishti at all, other than to talk about it, because we have to talk about it, because world, we are talking about world and Atma and Ishvara and all that. So that relationship we need to know. But specifics about what it is, etc., we're not that. We don't get into that. There are other darshanas which talk a lot about creation, get into a lot of detail. Really.
Yeah.
And some of the darshanas, they talk about it.
In fact, this is taken from Sankhya only, right? The model which we talked about is basically from Sankhya.
Sankhya, correct. So that is, our Tatparyam is not in Srishti. Our Tatparyam is not in the process and how it, etc. We are not that concerned. But we are in, what we need to know is Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam, but Upadana Karanam is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. That's it. Not Parinami Upadana Karanam, like Vishishtadvaita. Parinami, God has become in this world. And Brahman has become this world, etc. All these ideas they have. And we say Brahman cannot become this world. Not possible.
They talk about cyclical big bangs nowadays, Guruji. So it's not just, so there is some, cyclical. So it's been happening in cycles. So that's a new thing that I came across just last week.
Okay, cyclical big bang. Okay. Now they want cyclical idea. Now they'll have to come to Vedanta, Hindu Dharma, they have to come. Cyclical.
They cannot explain how the existence came into being, whatever they talk, right? Similarly, they cannot talk about what is the experience or consciousness. I think they stop at that point.
They stop. This is where we diverge. Consciousness is a product of material.
Yeah, like Charuvakas.
We say, no, material is a product of consciousness. This is the greatest secret. Okay. Okay, Vijay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, Guruji, last week you mentioned one point and it was suddenly occurred to me. Like you said, God is karma. Yeah, if you really look at it, that's also true. So I was just wondering, is there any place or any temple where karma is like a murti or something worshipped?
Karmadhyakshaha. It's a good question. I would like to know also. I'd like to know the answer to that question. Maybe our Satish ji was gone to all this Divesh Kshetrams and all. Maybe he's the right, our Wikipedia is right there.
Yeah.
You ask Satish.
Especially because we can create God from anything and everything. Like we say, we give a murti or something to everything. So why was not karma thought of to be created as a...
So Vishwakarma won't come in this category? Vishwakarma puja people do Dashera day and everything won't come in this?
No, Vishwakarma is different. Vishwakarma is different. Vishwakarma, see, the greatest architect, right? And he's the maker. So therefore, God is Vishwakarma. I can imagine that. And so I think there is nothing to do with karma. If you say karma, Vishwakarma is karma, then these people will stop going to Vishwakarma temples. Because karma, I don't want to go anywhere near karma.
I will think about it and let you know.
Yeah, please do that.
Guruji, one more question. I heard some interesting thing about something that you mentioned today. One Swamiji was mentioning about, he's explaining about Rama and how great a person he was and all that. And all of them are thrilled listening to all that. And at the end, he says, when you're going out, there is a murti of Rama in wood and Ravana in gold. Which one will you choose on your way out?
Okay.
So people, after listening to all that and saying, oh, great, Rama was such a great person and God and all, but when they have to go and take the murti, everyone goes for the golden Ravana murti. So he says, that's how it is. We all appreciate all this, but when it comes to choosing between Artha, Kama and Moksha, they will go for Artha, Kama only.
So between Artha and Rama, I will choose Artha.
Artha. That was interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
One last question. Uttama Purusha, when you said Ananya Rupa, is it? What is that Ananya? You said one is Anya, that is other, and Ananya, by just treating oneself as seeing God no different from oneself.
Anya is other. Ananya means not other.
Not other. So here it also includes seeing God, oneself as God, also everything also as God, right?
Correct. Both are included in that. Both are included. Because the minute somebody says there is no bheda between me and Bhagavan, somebody says, then the entire world is covered. Because if you don't equate the world with God, then you are minimizing God. God is smaller than the world, like that it becomes. So there's no need for that. And so this Ananya Bhaktihi, Abheda Bhaktihi, okay, like that. All these are identical words. Yeah. Yeah, Haraprasad.
Mahodaya, this question is not directly related to Bhagavad Gita, but I want to ask, since you are a very learned man, what is your
Something
opinion?
dangerous is going to happen now. I'm a learned man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What is your opinion about horoscope for newborn? Is it a good idea or a bad idea? Because it's going to reveal both. It may reveal both sides. So
Both sides means what? You mean good and bad?
both sides means good and bad, and the bad, they may suggest some kriya to overcome it and things like that. But in general, what is the opinion in the Advaita point of view for getting, is it a good idea to have a horoscope for a newborn?
Right. So that's a good question. See, what is the purpose of a horoscope? It is meant to predict the future. We have a sense of what the future is. So I can have a desire to know the future is there. That is a way to minimize my insecurities, to know the future, right? And the more I know about the future, the less insecure I'll be. At least that's the thinking. But like you already said, good and bad also is there. If it is good, okay, great. If it is not so good, then we have a problem. So this horoscope has to come with parihara. They have to go together. Parihara must be ready. Because if I'm going to hear some bad news, then the person will say automatically, you must do all these things in order to counter that. Counter that, what is going to happen? What is going to happen is not going to change. Even if it is not so good, okay, even if it is undesirable, even if there is going to be disease or something like that. But parihara can be done to minimize, to provide a buffer. That when something happens, it's like a shock absorber. It's going to happen, but I'm putting a shock absorber underneath. That's what is the thinking, Vedic thinking. Okay, keep that aside for a second. Now, the baby is there, the mother is pregnant. Then what they do is they do all these scans, CT scans and ultrasound. They do all these things for the mother. What do? They do it to find out if the fetus is growing properly. What is the weight of the fetus? Are the eyes growing there? I saw recently somebody sent me some scan reports. I'm not a doctor, but I can at least read what is there in that report. So I read it, and it all said everything is there, and then normal, everything was normal. So the normal, I understand that word. Other technical words I may not understand, but at least what normal is there. So I told them back, I said, yeah, everything looks normal. And then the fetus head, they have measured, the head is this many centimeters or this many millimeters, this, that. And the gestation period, they say you have another 2 months left. All these things were written in that. And there are some technical words they use. I looked up the Google also. And to say that particular disorder, they look for certain disorders. Our doctors here, they are not sure about it. But anyway, what is the purpose of all this? The purpose is to find out, is there any problem that the fetus has, which I can do some parihara, means through medicine or through something. I can know before itself. So sooner I know something about a problem, especially, the better prepared I can be. This is the main purpose of the CT scans. Can you look at this horoscope in the same way? I'm asking a question. I'm not giving an answer here. Can I look up the horoscope also in the same way or not? Because horoscope also is going to tell me about the future. CT scan also is going to tell me about the potential thing. The baby is potentially going to have this kind of disorder. Okay, they have some metrics and all that. Obviously, the science must have gone advanced so much. They can measure all these things. So I'm asking myself the question, this horoscope, is it any different than the CT scan or other diagnostics? Just loosely speaking, at least. Okay, suppose the horoscope says the marriage will occur a little late. It will occur, but it will occur a little late. Means not the usual 20s, etc., right? 30s. Now, you've done the horoscope. You've already gone to the person. The person has already told you this. Now, I find it difficult to accept. What can I do about it? You knew it. Certain things we may not be able to do anything about. But certain things, pariharas are all there. Even for this thing, example, I said pariharas will be there. If you want an early marriage or whatever, you do certain things. It is meant for our own satisfaction, for our own dealing with the future. It helps me. Now that I know what is going to happen, now the anxiety may be there, anxiety may be less also. Oh, I see. So when something happens, I am not surprised anymore. So we don't know how people take it. Horoscope is horoscope. You leave it aside. I think it's a great science. I think it's a fantastic science. I personally don't do horoscope. I've never given my jadagam to anybody. Okay. And so I have a jadagam, but it's not given. I've not done anything because I don't, it's counter to what I'm doing. So trying to know about myself tomorrow and all, I don't need that kind of stuff. But I think it's a great science. Personal opinion. It's a fantastic science. The fact that they can look at the palm, and even without all this jataka and all, they look at the palm and tell you. I think our people are just geniuses when it comes to this. Because of the idea of karma, this karma, palm mystery is nothing but karma reading. Palm reading is karma reading, period. Karma, Ishvara is just embedded in these rays. He is there, right there. And they are reading it. I tell you, it can be anything more mind-boggling than this. I don't think so. And then, of course, Jadagam and all, I have no problem with it. So Vedantis cannot have a problem with it. You know why? Because that is another artha and kama. Artha, that security. I need to feel more secure and I have to do these things to be more secure. That's all. So, as good as anything else. Do Vedantis have a problem with somebody buying a sixth car? If you say, we don't have a problem with somebody buying a sixth car. If they want a sixth car, they can buy a sixth car. So this horoscope also same category. From that perspective, no, we don't have a problem with it. But I think it's a great science. if people are using it for good purposes, I think it's good. I think it's good. Because there are certain, physical ailments and this and that we have to address. We can't ignore all these things. This Laukika, we can't ignore. Vedanta will never say, in our teaching, we will never say ignore all these things. No chance. We have to know to deal with the Vyavahara. Only then Vedanta, you will have access to Vedanta. That is how we present it. And so horoscope, we will say, don't get lost in this. That I will say. Horoscope jadagam alla vechuko. You keep your jadakas. That's fine. Keep it and whatever you want minimum. But the more is previously every 5 years you were doing it. Now every year you are going. Then every month you are going to these people. What? Now that means you're surrendering to something else. You stop using your buddhi. This is the mean. So we will say don't get lost in it. Use it when you really have to use it. When there is a problem that somebody has said there is a problem and you have to do this, then I would say, okay, that's fine. If you have already gone to her, I can't say, why did you go? Why did you show your jadagam to others? Like that I can't say, because you've seen and you're coming to me with a problem. So I will say, okay, let's do what needs to be done. What did they say we should do? Let's do it. That's the right approach. My approach would be that. And at the same time, for people who are Vedantis and all, we would say, you have to minimize all these things. All this visiting astrologers and all, you just minimize, eliminate. Sure. Absolutely. Eliminate means, for you, I'm saying. For you. Your grandchildren may be there and let them do whatever they have to do. But I'm saying for you and me.
For myself, you are talking.
Correct.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to eliminate.
Okay.
Yeah. Because why we should eliminate, if we ask, I think you can answer that question yourself.
Yeah, I can.
Right. Why? Because I'm worried about the tomorrow. Hey, that worry has to go away slowly. Slowly it has to go away. A little bit of worry will be there, but not for using horoscope and all, trying to secure my future. No, there's no connection between that and Vedanta.
I understand. Yeah. Dhanyavadaha, Mahodaya.
Thank you. All right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Thank you.